This is another video in my interactions with my higher self, aiazmir. And what this video is about how what is within you is far greater than what is without you. And how I learned this lesson, because when I was first waking up, I'd come from being a very naughty boy, to sex, drugs, rock and roll, and I was learning this stuff coming from that culture, and I kept letting myself down because I couldn't resist the invitations to come out and go out and have a beer and have a bit of fun and just go out and a party or whatever. And what I was learning and what I was experiencing in my hologram and what I was experiencing inside of me were two different things. So I would often get despondent for letting myself down. I felt that somehow I was letting myself down by not being able to control the way I wanted to live. And then one night when I was in this kind of despondent mood, I asked my higher self. I was lying in bed and thinking about him, and I could feel his presence. So I asked him, what can I do about this? And he said to me in a very gentle voice, but he always had a kind of a smile, because he had a good sense of humor. He has a good sense of humor. And he said to me, why do you care so much about the exterior world? Rather place more emphasis on what is inside you. And I said, well, I don't understand that, He said, you are drinking and you partaking of, substances, and those things cannot really harm you if you pay attention to the things that are inside you. And he said to me, it's like a quote from the Bible. It's not the things that go into the man that defile the man, but the things that come out of the man that defile the man. So he told me to start looking at what was coming out of me, what words I was speaking, what actions I was taking, and to try to change those rather than to change my exterior world. So I began to pay attention to this, and I began to notice what I was speaking, what words were coming out of my mouth, and what actions I was participating in. And then one day I was walking down the road, and I was living in Cape Town at the time, and I saw a beggar on the street, and he was sitting on the sidewalk with his feet in the gutter. So I just went over, I was dressed in a suit with my briefcase, and I went and sat down next to him, and I asked him how he was doing. And he just looked out and he said, you know what, sir? This is a pretty fucked up planet. And I thought, huh? But I just sat next to him, and we stared into space together. Then I got up and bought him a sandwich. And I went back to work after that. And I began to think about that, and I said, we've got everything in reverse here. We don't understand that it's what comes out of us that can defile us. Like when we swear at each other, when we take bad actions, when we are violent with each other, when we are aggressive with each other, that defiles us more than the things we put into our mouths. So as I began to pay attention to that, I learned to change my behavior. I learned to change the way I speak. And when I put out those words of kindness and love and compassion and gentleness to others, I would get the feedback. I'll get the backflow from that. And that's what we're here to do. So this is kind of a video to encourage us people who think what they eat and what they drink is going to defile them. It'll defile your body maybe, but from a soul perspective, it's what comes out of the soul that can defile the soul. But it can also refine the soul. So pay more attention to the things and the way you speak, the words you use, the words that come with compassion and love and gentleness and understanding. And don't pay too much attention to what you're eating and what's happening in your exterior world. Because greater is He that is within you than he that is in the world. Do you understand that? And who is within you? You, your God self. And that's what we're here to do. To be the God self, expressing itself in our hologram. And that's how we change the hologram. Love you all. Thanks. Bye-bye.